Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
This ghost town in the middle of the Mojave Desert has more famous signs than it does people, but its owner is scrambling to do everything he can to bring the area back to its former glory. Kyle Okura, 31, inherited all the businesses and assets inside Amboy, California, which has an official population of 0, from his late father last year, the Los Angeles Times reported. The town is right along the famous Route 66, and tourists love to take pictures with the iconic Route 66 emblem that's painted into the paved road. Additionally, a 50-foot neon sign for Roy's Motel Cafe, the only operational business in Amboy, has become the centerpiece for the town's revitalization efforts. It's in the middle of nowhere in the desert, but you see a multitude of different types of people in Amboy, said Okura, who owns Roy's. That's what's so amazing. You hear stories from all different parts of the world. This area has long been a stop for travelers, starting when it was established in 1858 as a mining camp. The grounds gradually grew into an actual town with an Atlantic and Pacific Railroad station that was named Amboy. Nowadays, Amboy is dotted with empty houses and buildings, a shuttered post office, a church with no congregants and a school with no students. The last remaining sign of life in the town is Roy's, which has cold drinks, snacks, and souvenirs. Outside the storefront sit 3 mechanical pumps that require an attendant to dispense the gasoline, priced at $6.49 a gallon for regular in recent times. But Roy's is much more than a gas station for some. For Jan Kozelka, a travel guide who's been leading tourists from the Czech Republic and Slovakia on trips to national parks for 12 years, Roy's is an attraction that's as significant as other great staples of American culture like the Grand Canyon. You sink into the 60s here, Kozelka, 49, told the LA Times. It's like a live museum. Assistant manager Nicole Rachel, 48, said that Roy's seems to be most popular with Germans, though customers from Brazil, Belgium, Canada, France, and many other countries visit the doo-wop blaring establishment on a regular basis. They are very much into the Americana, the Route 66, the old diners, Rachel said. They come through and they look and are like, what are those? And I'm like, they're hot dogs. Okura relit the famous Roy's neon sign back in November 2019, an event that attracted 500 people and at least 50 airplanes that flew to Amboy's airstrip. I remember when my father purchased Amboy, everyone wrote it off as a bad decision. 14 years of struggling to restore the once famous boomtown and we've finally started to turn this thing around, Okura wrote in an Instagram post. Amboy indeed was a lively community once. After Route 66 was paved in the 1920s, it was home to a couple hundred residents. Roy Crowell opened Roy's to serve motorists traveling on what used to be the primary east-west highway in the U.S. Together with his son-in-law Buster Burris, they expanded the roadside convenience store to include a cafe, then a motel. But as time went on, Route 66 wasn't the end-all be-all as federal highways expanded and grew. In 1972, Interstate 40 was built about 10 miles north and ended up routing nearly all traffic away from Amboy, basically killing the entire town and Roy's along with it. Okura's father Albert, nicknamed the Chicken Man for founding the Juan Pollo restaurant chain, saw the potential in the abandoned ghost town nearly 20 years ago and bought it from Burris' widow for $425,000. One of the conditions of the sale was to restore the town to what it once was. Okura's father started by reopening the gas station of Roy's and doing upkeep on the 1950s-style lobby. Okura was 12 when his dad bought Amboy, which is sandwiched between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and recalled being confused about why he decided to do it. All I could think was, man, this place is so far away. Where are we even going? This wasn't entirely out of character for his dad though, who by this point had already bought the San Bernardino storefront on Route 66. Formerly the site of the original McDonald's, and opened a museum dedicated to the burger restaurant there. He thought Amboy would attract publicity for the Juan Pollo chain, but Okura remembered not being convinced. Okura gradually took on a more active role in getting Amboy up and